I was a poor farmer. That was back in the days when we had the Georgia stock and a mule. I was drafted in 2 days before war broke out. Well, when you go in the Army like I did, you go here, you go here, you go here and there. So I wound up in the medical corps, which I didn't know nothing about medicine and still don't. That's how I got into the dental. They needed a body over here, so they sent me over there. I was a dental laboratory technician, make false teeth. The doctor would give us the foundation, the preparation for us to make the foundation for the dentures. $21 a month. Let me pass. Now by the hour, you know. But I made $21 a month. When you wasn't in the war or something like that, you work just like you do here, about 8 hours and the day is over, unless you're on guard or something, you know. But during the war, you don't have no days off. Every day is Monday. Just keep rolling.
Yeah.
When I was in Little Rock, we took our tests and everything, and I was sleeping in a little old tent and with another fellow from Star City, and a lieutenant came down our tent and said, "Hey, you boys want to go to the," that was back when the Air Force hadn't formed yet, they were still in the making or something, and he said, "You guys made a good enough score, you're going to the Air Force, you're going to." This guy said, no, I told my girlfriend I wasn't going to volunteer for nothing. So he said, "I'm not going to go," and I said, "Well, if he's not going to go, I'm not going to go either." So I just took it as it come along, you know. If you didn't do your job, you'd get in trouble. Because it's like when I first went in, the sergeant said to me and to all of us, "You don't have a problem. I've got your problem. I'll take care of every problem you got." So that's what I say. If you don't do your job, the sergeant here, he takes care of it.
Take care of it.
He takes care of it. He gets solved. Well, when I was drafted in Little Rock, and I wasn't as scared, you might say. I don't know, so many of us there, you didn't have time to get scared, you know. There's 400 or 500 of us there that's stirring us around like this, and you didn't have time to get scared or anything. So then we went to Texas for basic training, and then when we left there, we went to Seattle, Washington, and we got up there, and there's a great big parking lot, you know, with a little stand out there in the center. There's about 5,000 of us scattered around there. And the lieutenant got up on that and he said who he was and this, that, and the other. "Now you are waiting for the next ship out, you know."
Yeah.
So we was there about 4 or 5 days, and we loaded up on a ship and went to Alaska. So when we was going to Alaska, they put me on guard on the front of that ship. And it was dark out there, and I had these earphones on, and I was supposed to report into the sergeant on anything I seen out in front of that ship. And it was so dark I couldn't see my hand like that. But I was on guard, you know. Now that was useless as anything to me. But that was guard. Yeah, they had one kid down there, he was one of these 2-year men, like you said. And he was a nice young kid. And he stayed in the stockade all the time. Every time he'd get out, he'd go to town, get in trouble, and come back and put in. I said, man, what's wrong with you? What do you do that for? He said, well, it's easier in the stockade than it is out here. So he stayed in the stockade most of the time, just 2 years. It's different from ours. The people make it that way. It seems to me that the Latin American people enjoy life more so than we do because they have these parties and get-togethers and so forth and so on. Here you don't even do nothing like that. She was a school teacher. I think I met her at the NCO club. I think that's what it was. That was usually the meeting place, you know, the NCO club.
Yeah.
I went through the canal on a ship, yes. It takes an average ship about 6 hours. That's 50 miles across there. About 6 hours. And some it takes 8 to go across it. And when that ship comes out of the ocean into the bay, we'll say, the captain of the ship, when he docks in the bay, he loses control of his ship. The Panama Canal's got a pilot, comes out and takes his ship and takes it to the canal. The guy that runs it over the ocean cannot go drive it through the canal. You've got to have a guy that knows how to go through the lakes. Well, after it's all over and everything, and now, yeah, I have no idea what I'd have done if I hadn't went in the army, because I didn't have no education. You see, I didn't have no trade. None with the farming, you know. Farming not too much of it just quite a trade now, but it wasn't then. But I've often thought of that. What would I have been if I hadn't been in the army? The military to me was good. There's so many people against it, but it was very, very good to me. And I enjoyed it. So that's about it for the military means.